It only takes a short time to find a servant who is wearing the uniform of the attendants from the inner quarters. He nods to his fellows, draws aside, and sits down to have a mug of cheap wine at one of the wagons laid with barrels. I offer him 500 gold for his clothes. Good, you put on the servant's uniform and it fits well, making it much easier to blend in with the commoners. I return to the courtyard of the servants. You have returned to the courtyard of the servants. The crowd is still as large as it was. I find out where the guards patrol and sneak into the castle through a window. After some careful observations, you learn when the guards cross the corridor. You wait until they disappear into the shadows, then climb up the wall and through a window. You are in the castle. I wave to a servant and ask for directions. The servant looks somewhat confused and doubtful that you don't know where the quarters of the prince are, but he is in a hurry, so he finally gives you directions there. To the quarters of the prince. After a long wandering through the lavish decorated quarters, you finally find the quarters of the prince. But the soldiers guarding the entrance don't seem as if they would allow just anyone in. I slip through as a simple servant. Finally, you're in the quarters of the prince, a lavish decorated hall with tapestries depicting knights and battles. Prince Kedrick tells you about his suspicions that he is a prisoner here, so he would be glad to serve young Arthur. He could help you either in Wessex or... You know what, I can pronounce Wessex easier than the other name there, so I'll tell him about my plans in Wessex. The prince tells you that the king of Wessex doesn't accept the followers of the old faith, although their numbers is growing. Besides, the harvest was poor last year, which means that the people are discontent. Kedrick could organize a revolt, but wants to be the lord of Wessex. Well, tell me about the other place. Kedrick has relatives and some new friends in Wessex. With careful hinting lies, he could sow the seeds of discontent. Logris would send soldiers to Wessex, but the Saxons will be ready. The skirmish will weaken both kings. In return, he wants to be the Lord of Wessex. So I could either send them to war with each other, or... Tell me about Wessex again? Or I could just organize a revolt in Wessex. So we can both, or just have a revolt, meaning that it would be extremely easy just to take Wessex. We're gonna go with that. As a knight of the round table, you are the ears and eyes and ears and voice of King Arthur. Anywhere you walk, you are free to accept the offer, which is exactly what you do. After some careful thinking, Kedrick seems glad, but first you have to get him out of here. I'm not good enough to sneak out, is what that's telling me. We could fight our way out. I'm not sure if that's actually going to result in conflict, or if it's just going to be just my fight stat. I'm kind of interested just to see, so we'll go we fight our way out. You decide that you will fight our way out of this castle, join the soldiers you left behind, and strike anyone down who tries to follow you. If the word spreads that you fought a bloody battle with the vassals of Sir John and abuses his hospitality, it will mean war with Wessex. Shoot. Oh, shoot. I did not really think that through. So there's different levels of evil here. I'll gather my men and we leave. You gather your men and withdraw from Wessex without any complications. Get 200 experience, minus 500 gold, and plus 1 rightfulness. Finish. Cool. So what did I accomplish? I'm gonna figure that Created conflict in Wessex. I don't even know which one that is. Maybe if I look at the map. Oh, this is the map of Britannia with all the provinces. The banners show the ruling king in the province. The color indicates the diplomatic relation of the province with other territories. When you open the screen, you see the diplomatic relations. If you click on a province of someone else, you'll see his alliances and enemies. Ah, so this is Wessex, which I'm now at war with because of the way I handled that situation. But I caused a revolt. So some of these areas have rebels. Interesting. So now would be the time to mount a conflict, an attack, I would suppose. Am I at full strength for a conflict? You know what? Sure, why not? Let's just jump right into battle here. Oh, well, if I wasn't in conflict before, I am now. Load. Okay, well, let me just... Let's take a step back here. Turn 23. Save. And then load this autosave. Was this before or after? Okay, that was before the... Shoot. That was before the quest. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm in conflict now. Yeah, I'm at war. Before there was just that X, which now that I think about it, probably just meant that they were battling with the rebels. But now by entering the province, I've now committed to war with them. Although that's probably what I want to do anyways, because this is going to be the best chance I'm going to have to fight them, seeing as there's rebels. Or not. I may have made a giant mistake, but I think this is a good stopping point because that was a long quest. Next time we're probably going to get into some conflict here. I may revert my turn a bit and go back and make a couple different choices with that last quest. I'm kind of rethinking them now, and I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't have tried to fight my way out. Maybe I should have tried to reason my way. Actually, you know what? I'm going to check that right now. I'm going to just load my game to before the quest started, and which was apparently before the last turn. And I'm just going to go back through those options and do them the exact same way I did before, but instead at that last part, see if I can talk my way out rather than fighting my way out. Not sure if that'll make a difference, but I just want to see for my own curiosity's sake. Okay, so I'm back at the point where I've accepted the offer to cause a revolt in Wessex, so I'll try and persuade my way out and see what options I get here. You convince Sir John to participate in Prince Kedrick's plan. You argue that after the wedding they belong to the same family. You sweeten the offer and promise Sir John that if he offers his help, King Arthur will be grateful. You promise him that Arthur will turn Wessex into a Christian province? No. You offer him a fortune. Sir John is disgusted at the thought, and he finds your suggestions scandalous. He calls his guards and orders them to escort you to the prison. And then I have to fight my way out. Oh shoot, okay. And I know these would be evil options, so I just do the same thing I did before. Okay. And just to double check that, yeah, see, I think if anyone that's red is an enemy, and at the moment, no one's an enemy with me. Anyone else an enemy with anyone else? Oh, these guys are fighting them. They're all neutral, neutral, neutral. Okay, but this province is now in conflict with rebels. I think that's where I'm going to leave that. I won't actually walk in. I'll just leave it here. And next time I'll either decide if I'm going to try and take them over while the rebellion's happening, or if I want to do a different quest. I'm not sure what I want to do yet, but I think an attack would be wise. Right. But for now, this is totally signing out. Later, guys.